Yo, yo, yo. We're live. What up, Doe? You know,
What up, though?
it's Bottle Lie, Detroit versus everybody. This is the podcast where we tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. It's your boy, 313 Sports Guru, and the
It's
man
your boy Main
himself.
Event in the building. You
Yeah,
already know Pistons won again.
Pistons won again. Hey. So, how was the
Play that
game?
song.
How was the game, bro?
Man, it was lit, bro. I feel like every game that we keep going through, it's getting better and better, and the crowd is getting more electric. For all the haters that are on Twitter always talking about the crowd in LCAs, not that, it ain't it. That's the best fan base in the whole entire NBA. We don't need to wear no shirts that they give us. Everybody comes, the city shows out, and we love it, baby. Detroit basketball 2-0.
Listen, man, all the talk about the shirts. We'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, man, 2-0. So Cavs fans came in here talking about sweeping the Pistons. They outmatched the Pistons. What's up, Cavs fans? What's going on?
Where you guys at? I know Dan Gilbert sent the buses for free for all you guys. You guys came in with the Beat Detroit shirts, and we put the bell on you guys. BTA, and it's all good. I know you guys are a little bit sad, whatever it is, what it is, but that's what happens when you come to our house. So now you guys got a 3-hour road trip back. A lot of you probably have work, so you're gonna be real tired, and you lost. So it's good days up in Detroit. We're gonna come to your house Saturday, put another belt on you guys, and then just sweep you guys on Monday. So it's no problem for us.
And so I heard, that you were gonna make that road trip out there, man. So
I am, man. I will be in the building. So fans, if you're gonna be up there, come talk your trash to me. I love it. I'm be walking around with the belt held up high, the smile held up high, and just yelling the Pistons won again at the end of that game.
Hey. So man, any prediction changes now that we're 2-0 going back to Cleveland?
I know I said gentleman sweep. I could see a full blown 4-0 sweep coming our way. Cavs, you got to get one at home, at least split one. So I won't mind that. We bring it back to the city over here and then we win out. But I mean, that 4 is looking kind of good right now.
Yeah, man, we beat them by 10. Yeah, last game we beat them by 11. It's the games are closer than what they appear to be. But I've honestly I tend to compare this back to the Orlando Magic series and even the Knicks series from last year. Man, this team is a lot easier than we thought. There's so many gaps in their defense. Evan Mobley is not him. Jarrett Allen is weak, bro. Like I used to see him actually play way better against us during the regular season. I wonder if having both Donovan Mitchell and James Harden as dominant ball handlers is affecting the chemistry there. What do you think?
Donovan Mitchell is usually the guy with the ball in his hands. In this whole series, we kind of been seeing it in James Harden's hands, which hasn't been working. The guy has more turnovers than field goals made, and I know the team is starting to break down a little bit and can feel that. This is, ladies and gentlemen, Cleveland fans. I know you guys love this guy for some reason, but this is James Harden playoff basketball at its finest. You guys are seeing it firsthand. The guy is not playoff ready, man. He's a regular season player. Love him in the regular season. He's great. But he doesn't show up, man. It's time and time again. This is like his 13th, 14th season, and it's still showing that that's the truth.
Man, and I totally agree with you, but I have to take a little pause and welcome our boy Troy down in the chat. What up, though,
Uh,
man? The Pistons won
what my,
again.
my guy Troy in the building.
Hey, man, what a time to be a Pistons fan. Um, but back to what you were saying, man. I completely agree, but I gotta point this out. Today was the Donovan Mitchell show. James Harden kinda, I mean, he still had the ball too much in his hands, especially towards the end. But Donovan Mitchell was 11 for 24, 2 and 9 from three. He went to the line 9 times, so he got what he wanted, and they still lost. So what do I'm gonna flip this a little on its side. What do the Cavs gotta do, man?
Listen, Man, they gotta come and show up and play some basketball. These guys, they'll go on those little runs, but they're not playing team basketball, and that's the problem. You got your one-on-one guy, James Harden, trying to score. Then after he misses and turns over the ball so much, Donovan Mitchell is trying to take over the game, and he can't go left. Thank you, JB, for pointing that out for us. But the guy can't go left, and they're breaking down. I mean, even Jarrett Allen, he scored 21 points today, and it still meant nothing because they got a ball hog on the team that keeps just destroying the whole game. A lot of his points were from free throws anyway, which shouldn't have been calls. We saw that all on the big screen the whole entire night. But it's always Detroit versus everybody, so we're not paying no mind to any of these refs. But they gotta lock in, man.
Hey, what did Harden do to Asar and Duncan Robinson, bro? They got
I don't
beef,
know.
bro. They got beef.
And Ron Holland too. Ron Holland today was gonna go at it. Hey, the Detroit Pistons are about to put some hands on this guy at some point. The way it looks like.
No, I love it, man. I love it. This is what Detroit's all about. We're all grit. You know, a wise man once said, "You can't bury us. We come from the dirt." You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't play for the Lions anymore, but I love the quote. Um, yeah, going down the list, Evan Mobley, a no show, a no show.
Can't believe it, man. Especially that guy balls. I mean, I'm no hater, man. At the end of the day, if you ball and you show up, I'm always gonna give you your props. Evan Mobley, man, you are acting like Jalen Duren in the first 5 games against the Orlando Magic right now. What's going on with you?
Brother, 36 minutes, one rebound. Forget the points. One rebound. This guy is 7 foot. Danis Jenkins. How many rebounds did my man have? Just in comparison,
My man DJ is all over, bro. Six
six
rebounds.
rebounds, man. So what's going on there? Are we exposing? Are we exposing the fraud that the Twin Towers are in Cleveland?
You know what I'll tell you, man. I think when it comes to this game, they are not prepared for what the Pistons come to bring. A lot of teams don't play defense anymore, and it goes to you can see it in the league, man, all around the board. So when a team like the Cavaliers, who are so used to that offensive mindset, 24/7, come into the dog pound of Detroit, they're seeing a whole different game, and they don't know how to break it down. Their coach obviously doesn't know how to break it down. So they have to get past that hump, and that's the only way that they're going to be able to win games. But if they're going to continue this, I mean, this is good as done.
And listen, man, here in Detroit we're classy. Even though we got ops, even though we got ops, we treat them well. Kyle, welcome to the live. Cavs in 7 is a beautiful dream. Uh, Listen, we were on the other side in Orlando, so I know how you feel. You gotta hold on to some hope there. And I'll be honest with you, um, that's the only way. That's the only way to go as a fan. You can't give up on your team. So I really respect you, Kyle. I'd like to know, first of all, if you are willing to come on, I could probably make that work. Just let me know. But if you want to stay in the chat, that's cool too. What do you think? Why do you think that the Cavs can complete this turnaround? Because I see no sign of it. Um, I was just talking. I was just talking about looking down the squad. I mean, even Donovan Mitchell, who had a Donovan Mitchell kind of game, was 11 for 24. He got to the line like he asked. He went and pleaded to the media to change something. He got to the line 9 times. Got Ausar in foul trouble. Him and James Harden. Um, and still
Let's do.
and Stu. I want to know what you see because I'm trying to think like James Harden's got to go back about 12 years in the past for this to really be something, and even then he always choked. And I think you guys are new to James Harden or maybe have a renewed hope in him, but this is who he is. Donovan Mitchell, one of my favorite two guards. Favorite. I wish we drafted him. Again, I always say, Luke Kennard, I love you, and I would wish you were on our team now. But Donovan Mitchell was the pick at the time. But even him, he can't play defense. I mean, when your two top guards cannot play defense, then you gotta rely on a Dean Wade to come in and guard Cade and Duncan. I mean, I'm starting to see the '04 Pistons come back to life. We gotta make a whole video of this because I see Mr. Big Shot with the poise, who finds his team. Remember I told you earlier when we made that first game 6 after the game 6 loss, and I said Cade's evolution is going to start with understanding when it's his time and understanding when it's let's find Ausar. All right, Duran's going to be open down low. All right, Tobias Harris, go do your thing, Sheed. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to really figure that out and become that engine. And then you see your Rip Hamilton just a couple feet out, running around screens. I'm seeing Duncan flying around the court. Um,
That man is all hustle, bro. That man is all hustle.
and then you got your steady vet in Tobias. You've got your big man down low, setting screens, out rebounding 2 7-footers. Um, I mean, honestly, the only lineup I saw better than this was when we had Danielson and then we had Duncan at the three. And I think everybody fit into their position really well. Because Asar had to sit on the bench just a bit, and I love Asar. He is our I call him our Tayshaun slash Ben because he does everything. But even when Danis came in and Duncan slid to the three, it was something beautiful to watch.
I,
And
I agree. I agree with you, Guru. And hey, Kyle, just want to let you know, man, you guys can't win away, but the Detroit Pistons can win away, and that's what's the difference maker. And Troy, keep talking your trash, bro, because the fact of the matter is, we do have the best 1v1 defender in the game, and that's why Harden is doing what he's doing. So Troy, talk your junk to Kyle. Kyle, we want you to come on here, man. We want a Cavaliers fan to come on and just give us their point and their view as to why these guys are gonna go ahead and win two out in Cleveland. Because me and Guru are not seeing that. Me and Guru are gonna see either a sweep or a gentleman sweep over here, and things are getting really, really rowdy over there. Um, I do want to point out too, Duncan Robinson, man. What a star, bro. This guy, when we first got him in the beginning, Guru, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little hesitant. I didn't know what to think of him. I knew he was a good three-point shooter. I didn't think he would be the one to replace Malik Beasley, especially with having 100 more threes than Duncan Robinson over the year. But the guy's proven it. I mean, what's that play? He touched the ball, what, four times? Kept passing it, ran across the court, ran to the other side, then popped the three. I mean, Cavs ain't stopping that, man.
if you guys want to watch my reaction to that, by the way, I caught it live in the fourth quarter reaction video I made. It was live reaction. Go check that out. I was in awe. I saw glimpses of Rip Hamilton coming off screens,
Yeah.
making the defenders sweat, and then our boy Cade was open on the other side. Danis was open at the top of the key because of that movement. Now, if Duncan can play this way, bring the Spurs on. I want to see Wemby shuffling his feet, and so I think that unlocks our offense. Without Duncan, without that movement, and I can't wait to have Kevin Herter back because he also brings that same sort of element to the team. Without that, we really don't have movement on offense. We have a lot of ISO players. Um, that's why you see some stagnation when Duncan goes to the bench. I don't know if you remember, but I think Orlando played this best. I don't want to expose the secret, but if you're not, if Atkinson's too dumb to see it, that's his fault. If you get Duncan in some foul trouble, you really stop our offense. It becomes a Cade offense, Danis Jenkins offense, Tobias Harris offense. We'll still score, but then we rely so heavily on our defense. How many times did the Cavs make a run and then Duncan just buried them with the three, a layup?
Multiple times.
And I think they hate the guy now, but we love to have him.
This- Our guy, man, bossed up right in front of James Harden and told him what with the and one play. I mean, man, these guys are really showing up, bro. Um, sorry, Kyle. You guys are not losing at home. I don't see that, bro. Saturday we're coming in with the bell. I hope you're gonna be at the game. You know, come stop by, talk your talk in front of us. We don't know what you look like unless you hop on this live. But you know what we look like. So just walk up, let's chat it up. Maybe we'll get a quick video together, anything like that, just to discuss. But also, so want to give a big shout out to Tobias Harris, man. I mean, what is this, like the eighth game in a row? The guy's just going insane.
Bro,
Going insane. 21 points.
I almost cried, bro. I almost cried when I see him clutching his groin like that. I was like, no.
I
um,
think he just got hit. I think he just got the tap. He was all right. He got right back up. He was okay.
oh yeah, he showed us he was good, man. I hope there's no soreness after the game and that he can continue the series healthy and further into the playoffs. Because I do believe I'm gonna go with my initial prediction of Pistons in 5, um, Pistons in 6 maybe. Listen, I'm gonna drink the Kool-Aid and say I'd love to see a sweep. I think they take one in their house. I'm not gonna call Kyle crazy. I think that they get a game where James Harden doesn't blow it. You know, I'm gonna give them a game where we don't come out and on fire and hit them with the 18 to 6 run. I'll give them that. But you're not stopping us from winning 2 more in the next 4. I don't see that happening. And I don't see it going to a game 7. And if it went to a game 7, God help the Cavaliers in Detroit.
It's too electric, man. I don't know. That pressure is going to be too tough to work with when we're at home. I don't know. The atmosphere is really different. I know people have been talking so much trash about it, but he ain't stopping us, man, when we're coming down here.
And if you look at just the numbers, I mean, Cleveland Cavaliers shot 42% from the field, 22% from 3. And I feel like I'm repeating myself from last game because it was horrible last game too. The Pistons actually had a good game this game. Last game
They
wasn't too
did.
good. Um, we're just in a game 7, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle, we actually just came down back from down 3-1 and went out in Detroit. I don't know if you remember, man. You maybe you should just check the NBA highlights.
But I think that's why Cavs fans came in here thinking they were just gonna run us over because they thought they were better than Orlando. And I will say Orlando has some dogs. Now that I see the Cavaliers, and I was telling main event this in the live before. I was actually debating. Oh man, do we want the Cavs or do we want Orlando or do we want the Hawks? But I put you guys in that group. And I think we had every right to like talk about the Cavaliers in that way because we were the 1 seed by a big margin. Um, and I really didn't want to see the Hawks. I definitely didn't want to see Orlando because we played them. I saw the matchups. Wendell Carter, as much as I hate him, he's a brick wall. Evan Mobley, I mean, we saw he was Tobias Harris smacked the ball out of his hand. I mean, Wendell Carter, that's not happening to him. I mean, we it's just a different game. It's a man's game when we were playing Orlando. When we were playing Cleveland, you guys played better defense this game, but y'all look exhausted. You guys looked lost, and Donovan Mitchell was the only one that had any will to survive.
I, yeah, and you gotta also point out, man, Max Struess, he's not showing up for you guys right now. I mean, 28 minutes in that game, and he only scored 3 points. Um, that's gonna be tough, man. You need the three ball from him. I watched the last series, really. Oh man, hey Kyle, you missed out on probably one of the best comebacks since the 2016 Cavs versus Warriors finals. That's how I feel. At least I know I'm a Pistons fan and I'm biased, but that's really how it felt.
And we
I
talk,
mean, the story was told.
we talk a lot of crap about Orlando, but I'll be honest with you. If they didn't play us in round 1, I think we may be talking about either a round 2 matchup or an Eastern Conference matchup with them. I think
Yeah, I can see that, man.
if they were the 4th seed and played the Hawks, or they played who else was it, the Miami, who else was
The Raptors,
yeah, they
Miami
played,
Heat, the Raptors.
if they played one of those teams, I think they take them. You know, and then you got us in the second round. I think we would have seen a 7-game series like we did, or even in the Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe they would have taken the Knicks. I'll be honest with you, they're a really good team. Cat can't handle they're big guys down low. He just can't. And then they do have Franz Wagner who stretches the court. You guys actually, Evan Mobley has not been a threat whatsoever. He's hit a three here and there, but he's looking more like Cat than he is like a big man. And when I say that, all respect to Cat, he won a 3-point shooting contest. But there's a difference between being big and playing big. And right now, Evan Mobley is just big. Jarrett Allen plays big, but I don't think he's big enough to really play with Duran down low.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, what the Donovan Mitchell had 31 points, Jarrett Allen 21. Then next was James Harden at 10, and then the rest of the guys were in single digits. I mean, that's not winning basketball. Yeah, you can rely on those two to keep you kind of in the game, but if your role players aren't coming to show up, that's where you lose playoff basketball. It's not a one-man team or a two-man team. It's a five-man team on the court at all times. So when you got stats like that, I mean, that's terrible. And supposedly your best guy has 10 points, which is James Harden on that court. So that's gonna be a big problem for you guys in general.
And just to point out, 8 of his 22 points were at the free throw line.
Yeah, charity line, bro.
And Jarrett Allen is not the best free throw shooter. He shot it well today, but I mean, if we're gonna just rely on Jarrett Allen to beat us, I'm good with that at the free throw line. If we're gonna rely on Donovan Mitchell beating us from three in the next six games, let's say they push us to game 7, we're gonna win too. We're gonna win too. So we're talking about the full series, Kyle. Um, we're gonna outlast you, and honestly, I hope it's in 4. As a content creator, I'd love to see some Cinderella story pop off a little bit, but as a Pistons fan, I want to bury you guys in 4. We need the rest. We need the rest. And New York looks like they're putting away Philly pretty soon. Um, and we always knew what it was gonna come down to. We knew it was gonna. We'll ask our boy Stephen A. Smith. He's very worried about the Detroit Pistons, and he's absolutely
Hey,
right.
look.
We're coming for him, bro. We're coming for him.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, if we play the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals, that's gonna be some of the best basketball we're gonna see. Look, I hate the Knicks. They ball, man. If we verse them, I could definitely see that going to a game 7 because it can be a battle of who's more tired at the end of that because we're pushing the limits. If we both sweep, so if we sweep the Cavs and they ended up sweeping the 76ers, we play on May 17. Even if we stop playing basketball today, that is not a lot of rest time. So these guys are really putting their body on the line and giving us some good basketball at the moment.
Hey, would
We
you
do
go?
want the Knicks, Troy.
Would you go to a game in New York?
Man, I would die to go to a game in New York, but I would probably have to sell my foot to walk into that arena because it's like $1,000 to sit at the top where you touch the ceiling.
Well, I'll tell you why I feel comfortable with the Pistons playing New York, and I don't even know if it'll go to 7. Our man Cade is hitting that ascension timeline in his career, and he owns Madison Square Garden. Absolutely owns it. And last year, we didn't really, even though we had home court, for game 3 and 4, it wasn't home court advantage for some reason. We played really bad at home last year. This year's a whole different story. I don't think
You're
we
right.
can really lose at home. I don't know how we lost against Orlando game 1. It's just gonna be a
I think we had
whole.
too much rest, man. I think the rest really was a big factor in that. Our guys like to be tired. They like to play that grit game and push the boundaries. When we get too much rest, we start getting too relaxed, hanging out, and I think that's what's going to affect us in the long run. So Cavs, please win one or two for us, man. Keep us in the game.
And shout out to JB. He's starting to go deeper into his bench a little bit. Remember, we were all worried about why Holland isn't playing, why he's not playing some of these other guys. Now we see Wu taking a little break. JB's just a mastermind at running a team. He's got a really good team too with him. Um, and so sometimes we like to question the coach. It's funny because the Cavs don't question Atkinson. They question. They're starting to blame James Harden. They're starting to blame players instead of the coach because they got rid of JB. So the coach has to be right. You know. And I'll be honest with you, JB was the right coach. I'm telling you, you guys had the right coach. Y'all gave him away. You didn't have the right players. Your team construction is a little off. We were talking about it last live. You can't have two ball heavy guards. I don't care what their names are. They could be VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey. They could be Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. They could if you they do not play defense, you're not winning a championship. You're not getting
You're
past
not.
round 2.
You're not. You're just not, man. Um, Just want to give also a big shout out, man. We had some great play from Ron Holland. I know he only scored 2 points, but he's a big presence on that court, man. He, for as small as he is, he really plays like a true power forward. Anyone that tries to come into that paint or anything like that, he's there, man. He's a great defender. Duncan Robinson was great on defense. Ausar was great on defense. And like we said in the last live, that's why defense wins games in the long run. Defense creates better offense. And for people like Jeff Teague and all those guys who don't watch these live games and are questioning why the Pistons are beating the Cavaliers, just watch these games, man. It's not always about scoring 140 points and winning out games like that. So we
Eh,
we prove we can win games at 92 and still take over a game.
it's beautiful to see, man. It's beautiful to see. I can't believe we thought we can win, playing high scoring efficiency basketball like these other teams with a Drummond, Reggie Jackson lineup. Like I can't even believe we went that route. We know what we are now. We have that identity, and it's so beautiful to see. And then we got the smooth operator, and that's what you need. We slow down the pace when we need to. We turn it up when we need to. We spread out the court when we need to. We yam it on folks when we need to. We run the pick and roll when we need to. Cade is a coach on the court, and I'm not talking about just any coach. He's like a superstar level talent with the mind of a high level coach playing on the court, and that's why I compare him to the guys like LeBron, who really just they think the game but are gifted with talent as well.
150%. Troy, we did release the young dogs to run wild, and that's what we do in Detroit. I mean, outside of Uncle T, who's 33, and Javante Green, who's I don't know, like 35, 36. We have a very young core. I mean, Cade at 24, JD at 22, Ron at like 20, 21, Asar at 22. So all the dogs are out to come and play. So we're out here really doing it. I do agree with you, Guru, though. Cade does have a coach's mindset, and it's so impressive for someone at 24 years old to carry themselves that way and show up every single game the way he does. He's a true leader, man. I was watching a video where they're talking about Kobe Bryant would be so proud of a Cade Cunningham. And I truly believe that. I don't think there's another guy in the league that plays like Cade Cunningham. He literally is like the NBA takeover button when you're playing 2K when you haven't missed like 4 or 5 shots in a row and you click it and he just gets on fire. He had like 12, 13 points before the fourth quarter started, and all of a sudden he ended up with 24 or was it 25 points.
And
The guy's unstoppable, man.
what's even more beautiful is sometimes I'll be like, why is Cade not being aggressive? Like he's just running out there. And then I look down at the box score and I see 7 assists. And I'm like, and I'll see 4 rebounds and I'll see 2 steals and I'll see the defense, obviously. He's always giving effort. But I'm like, I get it now. He's getting his guys involved. And that's why he reminds me of Chauncey. Like and that's not an insult to Cade. I think some people will take it at like insulting, but those people really never watched Mr. Big Shot. Chauncey was one of those players that could average 30, and he did sometimes when we needed to in the playoffs. He could score 40, and he did against Giants in the playoffs. But he's the guy that will do what it takes to win the game. And if that means getting his guys involved, that's what it's going to take. And I think even more importantly is Cade looks at this thing as he's a winner. He's not just about winning this game. He's about winning it all. Um, that's why when I look at MVP talks or we look at like future of the NBA talks, I take Cade over Wemby. I take Cade over Shea. Shea, and Shea's a better, I think, debate, and we could get into this debate if you want. I know we're gonna have this debate for years and years to come. Um, but I don't think Wemby has that. I don't think Wemby will ever have that, or is in the position to have that.
I I completely agree with you. With the Shea and K talk, I think we should wait and hold that off to see what happens with the rest of this postseason. Because maybe we do play each other in the finals. It's a very high possibility that that could be the case. And I think that debate would be a lot better to talk about on our streams when that happens.
But you heard it here
I think
first.
that's
You heard it here first. If you think
because the ball don't lie.
listen, because if you think Shea's the king, the throne is on the wrong head right now. I'm just telling y'all, it's on the wrong head. And it may never ever be easily placed on Cade's head because he's a Detroit Piston, and nobody really wants the Detroit Pistons to win. But we always gonna win, and we're always gonna win, and we're gonna have, somebody actually on Reddit posted something about how the Pistons, the bad boys, is a label given that the Pistons own because it gives them the excuse to play dirty. And I was like, nah, man, you don't understand it. We just accept the villain arc because you all give it to us when you guys are sore losers. It's this thing you put on Detroit whenever we win because you have no other reason. You have no other reason to hate us other than the fact that we find ways to win even when we're doubted.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, Guru. The villain arc is my favorite thing that we do. I don't know. I've always been the guy that just loves the bad guys in movies and in wrestling and all that. So I take that and I run with that. And I love that the Pistons show that grit and they play hard defense. And the reason people call us dirty is because nobody wants to play defense like us. No one wants to show up like us. Everyone's afraid to play against us because oh, we're gonna get a little hurt. Oh, we're gonna get slapped on the wrist. No, bro, we're coming to come play basketball, real basketball. This is the basketball me and Guru grew up on. This is why we fell in love with the Detroit Pistons in 2004. Because these guys did not care about anything. The box score would be 74 to 68, and just straight dog of a game, blocking and defense and everything. And that's okay. You don't have to love us, but we're the number one seed in the East, and we're still getting treated like the underdogs, and we'll always get treated like the underdogs. If we win the championship, everyone's going to be like, oh, it was just a fluke of a year. I already know what happens, but that's okay because the city is going to be held high and we hold it proud, and we could care less what anybody else says. We don't want bandwagons from any other city.
I'm gonna give you a little hot take here.
Let me hear it.
I think Tobias is the third best player in this series.
Third, I would say Asar is second if you're going to say third, if
I
that's
don't.
the
I'm
case.
talking about Cavs and Pistons rosters.
I am too. I am too.
Hey, so you put Donovan after Tobias?
I guess. I
So
mean,
you,
I could put. I know the points aren't there, but I could put Duncan there, and I mean it's arguable, Guru. Come on,
hey,
I could
well,
see Donovan Mitchell at 5.
I love this because when I was watching some Cavs. By the way, I watch Cavs lives too. That's why I love people like Kyle coming on here because it's good to know each other's teams. It's unfortunate that you never knew we went to a game 7. You know, you're playing us now. Do some history, bro. Do some research. But yeah, when I was looking at their lives, they were talking about how we are outmatching them. We have if we play our best brand of basketball and they play their best brand of basketball, we will definitely win. And I'm like, do you even know what your best brand of basketball looks like? Because I know what ours looks like. You're not scoring 65 points. You're not scoring 65 points against us if we play our best brand. Every first quarter so far, they struggle to score 20.
He's gonna stay like that, and it's gonna be at their house where that happens. Guru, what'd you think of Karis LeVert, man? I know I saw him come in the game. He played some minutes. I think he played 13, 14 minutes or whatever it was. And in the arena, a lot of people weren't too happy to see him coming into the game and playing a lot of minutes. I thought he did pretty good for the 13 we gave him. He had 8 points. He went 3 for 5. I mean, two of those were threes. So I thought he was good. What do you think?
I think Karras gets an unfair shake because he came in and had to, share minutes with Ivy, and no hate against Ivy, but Ivy's got a cult. He's got a cult that still hates that he left. I mean, listen, man. Even our favorite song, "The Pistons Won Again," talk about Ivy snaking in the lane. You know what I'm saying? So the Detroit wanted to see him thrive here, but I think Karras was bitten by the having to share time with Jaden Ivy. And anybody that had to share time with Aiden Ivy has become an enemy of that cult. And that cult is loud. I call it a cult because I don't know why they love Jaden Ivy so much. I like the guy. I think he's a cool guy. But like, bro, he's not. Look, we're 60 wins into the season. We're in the second round, up 2-0 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let it go. Let it go. Like, and Troy, bro, I love Jaden Ivy again, but let it go. We are gonna be fine without him. It doesn't have to go the way that we all dreamed of it. There are some people that thought Killian Hayes was gonna be the future point guard of the league. Like, let it go. I think it's the same story. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, Guru. Listen, it's unfortunate what happened with Jaden Ivy, but we do really have to let it go because unfortunately, I don't think we'll see him in the league probably ever again. Unfortunately, I don't know.
It would be
I
a
don't know. Hopefully, he comes back.
it'll
It'd
be
be a
a
beautiful story.
great story if he comes back and shows the league what's up. I always said why draft a lead guard when we have Cade. You're setting the guy up for failure. But we got another comment in the chat, man. Uh,
Let me see. Yeah, read it out to us. Do
do
you
you,
think they relied too heavily on isolation plays late in the game, or was the right strategy in crunch time? Hmm.
I mean, I got my opinions on that. I
Let me hear
think
it.
one thing in my reaction in that fourth quarter, I noticed that they were hunting down James Harden, and it was beautiful to watch. And every time James Harden had a big Tobias on him, he was panicking. Evan Mobley would have to switch, and Tobias had his choice of picking. Do I go and pass it to the big? Do I kick it out? Depending on what the defense did, and a lot of times it was just a quick fadeaway over too small James Harden, too slow James Harden. James Harden was super frustrated. I think that's what leads to his fourth quarter, mess ups, his miscues, and fumbling the ball. So I think it was the great strategy going into those isolation plays because they were strategic in matching up off of switches. What do you think?
A- Absolutely agree with you. I mean, Tobias Harris showed that every player, not just James Harden, was too small on the Cavaliers. He backed down everybody. He backed down James Harden. He backed down Max Strus, who's supposed to be a phenomenal defender. He backed down Evan Mobley, who's a giant, and he scored on all of them. So I don't think we relied too heavily on isolation plays. Well, we did rely heavily on it, but it wasn't a bad thing, is what I want to say. I think it was a really good thing because obviously the box score shows that we won by 10. Um, I I believe that in crunch time, strategies change. So I'm not going to tell you that that works every single time, but against a team like the Cavaliers, when you kind of have them at a breaking point and they're a little frustrated, I think that's the best strategies to run ISO ball on them.
But we have to if we're gonna talk about crunch time. We have to talk about Cade's state of mind. Shout out my boy Brooklyn Rue. But Cade, that step back was just something. It reminded me of the one out against Sohan. Man, he's really getting good at that, and it's so timely. And one of my friends was saying the reason why he'll take Shea over a Cade is because every time Shea shoots, it looks like it's going in. Every time Cade shoots in the fourth quarter, in crunch time. It's going in, bro. It's going in. He could be off all game.
I always feel like
It just you're right. It just turns green, bro. The whole meter turns green once the fourth quarter hits.
you know one thing about K2 with his shots. What I love about him is that yeah, he's the star of the team, but he's never afraid to give up the ball and trust his guys, which I think is what makes all the guys play so well on the team. Like for instance, at the end of the third quarter, it was 96-95. We know Cavs were down by one. It was a really close game. We're coming down, 6 seconds on the clock. Cade's about to shoot the ball, and he just passes it right over to DJ, and DJ pops that three right on the spot and puts us up 99-95, which honestly made the game insane. I don't was that the end of the third quarter, or am I mistaken?
What was the play?
When Cade was coming up for the three, it was the last second shot, 6 seconds on the shot clock, and he passed it up to DJ, and he ended up the quarter with the three. Or
Man,
was that the end of the second quarter?
I think it was that was the end of the second quarter because we went up four, I believe.
I remember we went up four. I just don't remember where it was exactly on the
Yeah,
timeline.
it was
But
a
it was a beautiful shot.
it was when they were,
The guy gave up the shot.
and I know that they had just finished off a run, so like I was actually looking like we gotta close this out. Crap, they're gonna tie it up by halftime, and then you're right, that shot gave us some cushion going into half. Um, and then we came out of half really sloppy, bro, really sloppy. I really that they took a lead 81-79 sometime in like the third quarter. No, it was the fourth quarter, right in the beginning of the fourth. And that's when I started my reaction. I remember I just turned it on and I was like, man, I'm sorry I started it now, y'all, but I got some bad news. And then that's when we started to go kind of ISO heavy, but off switches. So we would switch, switch, switch until James Harden ended up on a Tobias. Um, so I think we played it like I think we know it. We know if they want to play, if they want to, even if when they were playing Dennis Schroeder, we did the same thing. I don't think I think we realized their guards. None of them play defense.
At all.
Tyson, is he a guard?
To be honest with you, I don't know. He is a guard, yeah, but I don't know if he knows he's a guard.
He plays big. He plays
Yeah, I
big.
don't know what he does.
Tyson
He's
plays
just
big.
there.
And then you got the long guys, Dean, Dean Wade, and you got Sam Merrill, and you got. I mean, bro, these guys are MIA. Like, honestly, I don't even know if they're playing sometimes. I'm like, oh, there he is, getting lost around screens, and every single time one of them hits a three. My biggest fear, honestly, with the Cavs was those guys, the Sam Merrills, the Max Struces. It wasn't Donovan Mitchell. It wasn't James Harden. Because if they were smart, those guys are open a lot. But somehow the Pistons switch so well that nobody is open ever.
I agree. And they move a lot slower than the Magic, which I think that's helping us out a lot because we got used to playing against the Magic where we had to rush and make sure we block the shots. So if anything, I know the Magic get a lot of hate and all that, but I'm very happy we played a team like that before we played a team like the Cavaliers because if it was vice versa, I feel like we'd be having a different conversation right now about us playing the Cavaliers. Um, it really shaped us for this series. I was worried about a Max Struess this whole time, to be honest, because he's the guy that can change the game. He'll hit three threes in a row, and that's 9 points, and now they're in the lead type game. So
And he's the only guy that gets out on the fast break on the team. Like I said, he's a cherry picker.
he's a
But
cherry picker, though. Yeah,
have you seen it at all? Like I haven't seen
he
it.
can't.
I know. So I'm like, good. I think that's us taking care of the ball. I think we turned the ball over like 10 times today. Most of them were Cade, which I'm not mad at. You're gonna have the ball the majority of the time in your hands. Yeah, he had 5 turnovers. Robinson had one. Harris had one. Duran had two, and Jenkins had one. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 turnovers. You go to the Cavaliers side. Honestly, I'm not gonna blame James Harden too much this time. He didn't have too many turnovers. He had less than Cade. He had 4 turnovers. Mitchell had two. Mobley had two. Allen had one. Schroeder had two. I mean, they played pretty well. They had 11 turnovers. We had 21 assists. They had 20 assists. They had more free throws. So I don't want to hear that. I don't. I hope he did it. He didn't come out in the press conference and said we need more free throws. He got them. We out rebounded them, and I think that's the game, bro. We had more steals. Yeah, that's the game. We out rebounded them. We shot better shooting percentage. We shot better from three. That's the game. It's basketball. Um, and I feel like game three is gonna go pretty similar. Pretty similar.
I do too. What do you think is the strategy going into game three? Because now the atmosphere is different. Now we're playing the Cavaliers and their fans, and I think that plays a big part in basketball in general. So what do you think is going to happen with that?
No shade to Kyle, but man, the showing over here in Detroit from the Cavs fans, they're classless, man. To be honest, I just had to say that.
I,
Uh,
they are, man.
they were talking about our culture, about how ghetto we are, about all this stuff, and I'm just like, what culture do you guys even have? I mean, it's Detroit,
Let them know.
bro. Yeah, man. I let him know. I was like, "What culture do y'all have?" I mean, this culture is beautiful to us. We love it. We're proud of it. We're gonna flaunt it. We have local rappers at halftime performing. We got local rappers who've made it big watching the games. Um, Detroit is where it's at, man. I'm so happy to be a Detroiter. But I think the
Best city in the world.
best, and it's so beautiful, man. I was looking at the drone shots from the top, like during the commercial breaks and stuff. Detroit is beautiful, man. With the river, you see Windsor across. It's just beautiful. Um, but yeah, I think it's much of the same. I think we know we're younger, faster, stronger than the Cavs, and they can't match our physicality. And I think that we kind of walked into this series in a place where we caught them sleeping, and I don't think they could wake up. I think their legs are asleep, their arms are asleep, their hearts asleep. I mean, I heard Harden trying to talk at the end of the game, and he was like, "Man, it's okay. They did what they got to do at home. We'll be fine." And deep down, he's like, "What the hell are we gonna do?"
He's thinking about it, man. He's thinking about it. It hurt him. Um, and just to add on kind of what you were talking about the local rappers and all these guys. I mean, in our crowd, we also have the Detroit Lions. We had Aiden Hutchinson in the building, Jameer Gibbs, J-Mo, Jared Goff was probably somewhere trying to hide from the camera.
Did you see?
Draymond
Did
Green,
you say Jamal Green? Yeah, we even
yeah,
got.
Draymond Green. He wants to be a Detroit Piston so bad. I don't think he would fit on this team, unfortunately. Who else was there? Amen Thompson was there. Cash Doll, GMAC Cash. So we the whole city is a culture here. So if you want to talk about our culture, you know nothing about it then, because this city really is the best in the world, and it truly is one big family at the end of the day. No matter what people want to talk about beefs and everything, we are the best.
Mhm. And hey, man, whatever you say I am, I'm probably because I am. That's why you say I
Mhm,
am. Eminem said it best.
mhm.
So, hey,
Yep.
you want to call us a villain? We're villains. Want to call us bad boys? We're bad boys. And then, honestly, we could be nice too. But all I know is that we're going to win. Because all we do is win, you know? But, yeah, Troy, I thought Allen and Mobley would have been a problem for us. Not playing as physical as I expected. Absolutely. And Cleveland is a great city. The people are generally great people, but not the people that came to these Detroit games. I saw a couple guys that were really good. We talked good basketball, you know. But man, some of them just came and just. I was like, thank God I did not bring my kids to the game, because they are
Yeah, you
classless.
can, man. Yeah, you can. I don't know why it's like that, man. It should be all love because we're neighboring cities, at the end of the
We're
day.
first
Like,
cousins, bro. First cousins.
exactly. One wins, one loses. Like, we should just root for each other at the end of it.
Oh, man, except when they had LeBron, bro. I never rooted for
Yeah.
him.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think LeBron James is the greatest of all time at the end of the day.
Oh, that's
Hate him or
really,
love him.
really.
Hate him or love him. That's not the best basketball player to ever touch a basketball. Come on, man.
No, man. I measure basketball a little differently. I
Who
I
who
do.
who do you say who's the greatest of all time to you?
I think it's a debate. I don't think it's one guy. Um, when you talk about LeBron, you talk about a group of guys that play like LeBron. You talk about the Magics. You talk about, it's not just LeBron is the best to ever do it. I don't believe that. Um, I believe he was one of the best, but I don't think he's the best. And then the fact that he had to leave to find complementary players, and he kind of like messed up the league like the way that it works financially. He created a league of like kids that are not ready to be real superstars that just are proclaiming to be superstars asking for money. Like I think generally he did good for the game when it comes to basketball, but he also there were a lot of stars that could have been loyal to their teams, paid there, gave up early, and that's for me what I don't like about LeBron. Just to be, it's similar to KD, you know. KD could have been better. Guy jumped from team to team, and I do measure that. I like a guy who, even Jordan, he couldn't beat the Pistons. What did he do? He went and got Rodman. He poached him. You know, so that's greatness attracts greatness. It doesn't go to greatness, and that's all I gotta say. LeBron took his talents to
Look,
the South Beach. That's where I'll end
look,
it.
he's a young guy. He's a young guy when he did that. And yeah, he won his championship, but the guy came back to Cleveland, man, and won with nobody, bro. The guy came back down 3-1. I mean, Kyrie, yeah, that's one player, but the rest of the
Yeah,
team is filled with nobodies, man.
I
The
mean,
guy is the best. 10 finals appearances. He played against teams with way higher offensive ratings than Jordan ever played against, because I know they say Jordan's the best of all time, but I just don't think anyone could be like him. The guy can play point guard and the guy can play center, man. He does it all.
I look at you. Listen, if you want to talk about greatest of all time, I look at people who bent the game. They bent it. Like I'll put Steph Curry up there. Bent the game. Like he changed it.
Yeah.
And he changed it without having to leave his team. In fact, he created more Steph Currys. LeBron created some LeBrons, obviously, but they were all Magic fans. To be honest, um, Kobe fans are also MJ fans. Like I look at it as lineages. Steph Curry created. I'll argue that Steph Curry is a lineage of Sharif Abdul Rahim. People or Abdul Rauf. People don't know him, but yeah, you don't really look when you look through the history. The greats created others in their style, and those others built on their style. But I don't see LeBron. I mean, he's a really good 85 on every single skill. Like that's LeBron. He's a great all-around player.
Look, I mean, man, the guy scored over 40,000 points. He broke the all-time scoring record. All NBA in his late 30s. He's still dropping 25 to 30 points a game right now as we speak. But the guy's incredible. Like, yeah, like a Jordan or a Kobe, these guys made people after them, but those are greats. The greatest of all time can't be replicated.
But
And
but
I don't think
but
we'll
LeBron.
see another LeBron or anything close to LeBron.
So you're saying his longevity and the way he took care of his body and the way he like that to you makes him the greatest of all time.
I think that's a big part of it because not only did he do such amazing things with very little teams. I mean, man, if you really count out the Heat championship, he really doesn't have like the craziest teams when he wins those championships. Like he'll have a star, maybe.
I mean, you're
And
you're down you're downplaying a lot of those stars. Like Anthony Davis is a superstar when he was playing with him. He attracts people
that's a
who
one.
and
He's
listen,
always hurt.
yeah, but he always attracts guys who are willing to sacrifice half of their salary, are really talented in a role, will come and sacrifice some of that role just to play next to him so they could win a championship. Imagine if Cade had that right now, for example. Like, yeah,
I
bro.
agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I,
So
I think I think if Cade is going on this trajectory he's going on, he's gonna go down as an all-time great. I do believe so.
Steph won without KD, he won with KD, he won after KD left. The only thing he hasn't done is win without Clay. That's it. And so that's the only thing I'll say is, maybe Steph needs another shooter next to him, you know? But I look at bro, he broke the game. This guy was shooting half court shots for fun and making them.
All right.
Like when you talk about basketball, what's the goal of basketball? Because with
To win.
LeBron, to win, right? And how you win doesn't matter necessarily, right? It's just if you can win and if your style imposes itself on the other team in a way where they can't match you, then you're great, right? Okay.
Yeah.
LeBron, I'll tell you, a lot of it is physical attributes along with his brain, right? He's got that great mix. Steph Curry is like
Best IQ ever.
Steph Curry is like the most frail. Like you wouldn't think he would even survive. Actually, his first year, people talked about this guy's gonna get injured. You know what I'm saying? But he's just so great at the game of basketball, however you look at it, that he's able to bend it to his will. That to me, and maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a smaller guy, like on the basketball court, and so I had to bend it and to impose my will. I had to be able to shoot from range, use my quickness, draw fouls, be crafty in the lane, and I know how hard that is. I really appreciate a guy that can be that and come and take over the league while LeBron was in his prime. So we're talking about the greatest of all time in his prime, and this frail 6'3" guy came with nonchalant attitude, shooting from half court, and stole championships from this self-proclaimed king. That's how I flipped the narrative a little bit.
I have one point to make about it. I have one point to make about that, Guru. I do. Look, I pulled up both the rosters. So the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers had Kyrie Irving. Love Kyrie, bro. Kyrie's the man. They had Matthew Dellavedova, Richard Jefferson when he was washed up, James Jones, Kevin Love washed up, Timothy Mozgov, J.R. Smith, and Mo Williams. That team was down 3-1 against Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Andre Iguodala, Andrew Bogut,
hmm
Harrison Barnes, and Sean Livingston.
I
I mean,
see.
come on, bro.
I see. I'll give you this too. Draymond Green and Klay Thompson, I believe, wouldn't be as great without Steph. Okay, I mean we. Okay, and then you said Andrew Bogut, who was a bust, a first round pick that was really
He,
first
he
round
was a
overall.
bust, but I mean, he was doing good for them, man. He
It was
he
decent.
took care of the paint.
Sean Livingston. I mean,
Sean Livingston was a good backup point guard in that series.
in that series, but you're playing with Steph. You're playing in that system. So you can't take away from so credit to LeBron too. Matthew Dellavedova is great next to a LeBron because LeBron is a great heliocentric guy taking over most of the ball usage. You don't need to dribble. You just got to be open in the corner and play really, really good defense. Matthew Dellavedova was a star next to LeBron. I'll argue that. You see what I'm
He
saying?
was. He was. Troy. All right. We don't gotta talk about the Mavs again. So look, that loss, that loss only happened because it was their first year together as the Heat. They didn't have that chemistry yet. Chris Bosh was hurt throughout most of that, and Dirk was playing the best basketball we ever seen in his career. So I'll give you that. I can't argue that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
but there's a lot of these instances, and I'm not saying LeBron isn't great, bro. I think that's the part of the argument that we can't forget. LeBron is great in his own right, but I'm not just gonna throw the greatest of all time when I could tell you Steph Curry, dominated the league during his peak. I don't want to lose that part of history. I'm not just gonna erase it and replace it. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to erase the Mavericks' awesome championship, by the way, one of the best runs ever. He didn't just beat LeBron.
It was,
He destroyed
it was
legends.
sick.
Yeah, he destroyed legends along the way.
That
So
was sick run, sick. Honestly, I was happy he won it. and I'm a Bron fan. You know, I'm a diehard Bron fan. But I was so happy to see a Dirk win because Dirk, when I was growing up, Dirk was so cool to watch. He was so fun to watch. Man, Troy, why did you have to bring that up? Come on, man. We're talking about LeBron being the greatest. That one smudge you brought that up.
Oh, there's more than one. There's more than
So
one
Guru,
smart.
Troy says he take Jordan, Kobe, and Steph over LeBron. What, where's Steph rank on your list on that?
Man, it's so hard. That's so
What
hard.
what better question, actually? Better question. Who's the top five greatest all time?
That's so hard. Um, that is very, very hard. A lot of great
We and we
players. A lot of great
we
players in
don't
our
need to
league.
say like the Bill Russells and the Kareems because we never watched those guys. I'm talking about guys we watched and
I
grew
mean,
up and saw.
we still know their impact on the league. Like I know Hakeem
Mm.
Olajuwon. If you're a good basketball player, you've stolen every move from him. You know, down low in the paint, little hezzies off the quick turnaround, the fake. So that he's a great. Is he the greatest of all time? No. Would I take him top five? No. Bill Russell. I don't know how he would fare nowadays. So you're right. Like there's some of those things where I just don't know. But I'm gonna judge this based off of like the will to win. Okay, the will to win and actually winning and bringing your team to like I think Larry Bird is one of those people, for example. I think Magic Johnson's one of those people. I think Michael Jordan is one of those people. I think Steph is one of those. There's so many where you can't just say LeBron.
I
That's my
agree.
point.
Troy, this question is for you too. Throw in your comment too. I'd like to hear your top five as well.
So I'll name those five, but I think they're I'm missing people. Like every five I give you, I'm still missing someone.
Just listen. Right now, you because after this, I'm gonna question both of you. You, Troy, and Kyle. If you're in here, throw it in. But after I ask you who's the best of all time, I'm gonna ask you who's your favorite five of all time.
My favorite's
So
different
keep
than
that in
that. Yeah,
mind.
my favorite is different than the
I don't want to
like.
hear your favorite. I need best first.
If I was to have like a top five draft, then I can have the first top five picks. Like, and it doesn't
Mhm.
matter. Like I'm starting a franchise with all either any one of those five. I'm not gonna go in order, but I'll tell you they're just five there. I definitely have MJ on my list. Like I said, I do have Magic on my list. I do have I'll put Curry on there.
Wow, top five,
Oh,
man. All right.
100%. Bro, this guy if he had more help, if he had more help for real, bro. This guy won with centers that like nobody even remembers their names. I'm telling you, bro.
I remember this.
You remember their names
I
because they
remember
beat
them.
the Cavs or something, bro, or the Miami Heat. Um, but no, man, nobody even remembers them now. You know what I'm saying? Like he won with a bunch of I don't want to call them scrubs, but they were role players. They're utility players. Even I'm surprised Andre Iguodala won that Finals MVP. That was a steal, bro. That should have happened. I love Andre Iguodala.
That was the dirtiest. That was the dirtiest. That was the. I can't believe that happened. But
Yeah. So,
yeah.
and I think LeBron maybe, but I think LeBron is still my sixth man.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm taking Bird.
Jordan,
I'm
Kobe,
taking Kobe.
Steph.
Yeah, I think that's my list, bro. I think LeBron though, I think is a sixth man because you still got guys like Kareem. Like Kareem actually, bro, dominated the league, and you put him in this game, and he's still dominating the league. He won, and he. By the way, you want to talk about longevity and how great he is? I mean, he LeBron beat his records. Like he was still great at those things too. So, um, yeah, I mean, I love my Pistons. I love my '04. All five together are a team. Like they're shiny together. Like
They're
without
one.
they're
One.
yeah. You can't have
Yeah,
you take Ben Wallace and put Chris Webber. It doesn't work. I love you, Chris Webber. It just doesn't work. You get Nazi Muhammad. It doesn't work. I've seen it. It doesn't work. So, but my favorite five like, and I'll go like by position. I would put I'd take AI at point guard because he's too short to play any other position. I'd take Steph at the two. I'd move him up, just because he can stretch the court. I'll take at the three. I'll take Kobe. At the four, I'll take. I don't like a lot of fours. Honestly, I just don't like the old style of the four. Nowadays, it's a little bit more like a three playing the four. So I'm gonna go and put MJ there.
These are favorites right here. You're telling me?
I'm saying like if I had a starting five and they're my favorite players and I want to build a five like with by positions, right? And then if I was gonna go center, if I'm gonna
There's
go,
only one answer here, bro. There's only one answer. There's no
it's
way.
it's not only one because I'm gonna go either Kareem or Shaq. I don't know which one.
I think it's Shaq. I mean, like, look, you can't. Come on, bro. Shaq is the most dominant center of all time. That's a fact.
Because you never lived and you never actually go study Kareem, bro. I mean, he was dominant. He just wasn't in the same way. But they're still
Exa-
dominant.
He played against like FedEx drivers, bro. He didn't play against Shaq. Played against like
I have a I,
just
I have a bias against Shaq too because he had that drama with Kobe, and then he went to
yeah.
the Heat, and then he I hated him on the Heat because he went against my Pistons, and they even beat us
Hey,
one
they
year.
were
Yeah,
such a good team
they
too.
even beat us one
Yeah.
year, and that year I wanted to win so bad. Uh, but also like I do know that he was beatable. Like I saw his weaknesses later in his career. Like Ben Wallace went toe to toe with the guy. Um, Not that he like but I've seen mini Shaqs too. So I've seen people who've tried to be like Shaq, have done decent jobs like Dwight Howard. You know, but I've never seen centers who are just so dominant without having to be that jammer all the time. Like when you talk about the Hakeem Olajuwons and the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, you're talking about skill. You're talking about talent. You're not talking about physicality. It's not just that. It's also the just skill and smarts and so I'm gonna have to go with. I think I'm going with Kareem, bro.
Wow. You hear that, Troy? Me and you agree, but I don't know about this guy, man.
my
Wow.
my team maybe my team maybe might get beat with physicality because I got dogs on my team, bro. I got dogs on my
You
team.
do.
Iverson led the league in steals before Steph, he don't even got to be good at defense. He just cracks like your whole entire defensive plan. He just cracks it. Then you got Kobe and MJ just for giggles, shits and giggles. Like he's just there at that point because you got AI run, doing his thing, pass it to Steph. Steph's toying with people. MJ's like, hey, I got the rebound. Oop, that. Let me pass it to Kobe. Kobe fade away. Then you got Kareem getting them rebounds. Hook shot. Doesn't matter if Shaq's guarding him or not. So it's like, I look at it like that.
I get it. I get it.
Hmm. What about you?
I get it. Man. See, you broke it down by positions. I have a top five favorite, but then my positions would be so different.
Okay.
Like my top five favorite would be Allen Iverson, number one, always has been. Kobe, number two. Bron number three, Carmelo number four, and Vince Carter number five. Those are my favorite. I'm not saying they're the best. I'm saying those are just the guys that I always love watching. If I were to make a team, I'd do easy. AI point, Kobe two, Bron three, Tim Duncan four, Shaq five. Easy.
Tim Duncan, somebody that, yeah, you gotta always, he's a winner. He's a winner no matter what. He's just a winner.
He has
Yeah.
to be my four.
I don't like fours because their style is so. I love Cheat because he'll pop you with threes, fadeaways.
He was the most
Uh,
random player and unpredictable guy, which was so awesome.
he would actually fit perfectly, like on this team that we have right now.
He
Perfectly.
would be. I think we're missing a Sheed. I think Stu kind of embodies a Sheed and a Ben, but he's just missing the talk. Sheed had that swag. When he was on the court, you knew he was on the court.
Yeah. Yeah.
Troy, do you guys? Troy's asking us, do you guys think Asar will ever win a Defensive Player of the Year, even though there's a Wemby? Absolutely. I think so. I think Wemby is awesome. I think Asar in a year or two is just going to be an unstoppable force, man. If he doesn't need Wemby's height to play, he plays like he's Wemby's height already. I think he just doesn't have his offense. That's the only problem.
I also look at it like this. I see that Wemby is trying to be more than just a defensive player.
Mm.
Asar hangs his hat on defense. Wemby just naturally is able to get those 12 blocks or the 6 blocks or the um his presence alone, Wemby causes the no-fly zone. Asar, it's I mean, I won't take away his smarts too. Like Wemby's smart, but he knows how to use his size. Asar, his it's his tenacity. It's his I don't know what to call it. His motor, um, his knack for the ball. So I can't. I think when you look at numbers, you're never gonna be able to say, "Oh, Wemby or Asar outnumbered Wemby." Stocks wise, you're just not gonna be able to. I think maybe Asar will get
Yeah,
close.
can't do it.
Maybe once a year, Asar will be able to get 3 blocks and 2 blocks a game and 3 steals a game. Like, and that'll be close. It'll be 5, and Wemby will still average 7. You know. But if you look at the team defense, and if you look at like Asar anchoring the defense, then you're gonna be able to see that Asar's teams whole like bro his off on numbers are insane defensively. His defensive rating is insane. When you go into those advanced numbers, when you take Asar off the court, you are opening up the defense. Like you're just eliminating. He causes not just a no fly zone, it's like a no drive zone, a no pass zone, and then he'll get you on the blind side. Like he's just everywhere. So I think honestly don't care if he ever wins a Defensive Player of the Year award. I honestly that's my answer. But I think he might win one.
He's got to win one, man. He's got. I read something earlier today, and it said Wemby is the best player um, on Earth, and then they said Asar is the best player from Earth, and that's like their little difference. Which it made. I know it doesn't like sound. It just made so much sense though, because Wemby, bro, Wemby's a 101. We're not gonna see another Wemby for a long time at least
Well, how
if
long?
we ever end up seeing one.
How long is Wemby's career gonna be? And I don't mean to like wish bad upon the guy, but I mean, how long?
I can't see it long with his knees, his height. Like not any bad with bro. Wemby, I hope he plays 25. I hope we get the best years of basketball from this guy. But it's too big, man. We saw with Andrew Bynum's knees. The guy was 10 blocks. You know, he was going insane for 1 year, and then his knees gave out on him, and he couldn't play anymore.
And then my other question too is we talk about Devon Vassell. We talk about Stephen Castle. We talk about these guys who are all good defenders. Are they good defenders because they play with Wemby, or are they just good defenders and then they help Wemby?
I think with or without Wemby, they're still a good team. I I don't think they're a top seed without Wemby, obviously. But I can still see them making playoffs. But I don't see them doing anything more than that. Wemby is the guy, bro. Wemby's different. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like he's gonna win like 5 MVPs at some point, just in a row.
No, I don't see it. I think that the league is gonna figure him out. I think that.
I hope so. I hope
I
so.
I see it, bro. I see it because you put weight on a guy like that and his knees go out. He's not gonna physically get any better than what he is, right? He's just not skill wise. He can shoot. He's a scorer, but I mean, I don't rank him with the best of the scorers. I don't think he's got the IQ of a Cade. I don't think he's got the ball handles to be able to play point guard. He's too tall. You put ball pressure on him, the ball's out of his hands. So the only place he really fits is at like either a small like a power forward or a center position. So he's only gonna really give you a lot of value and you're maxing this guy 100%, super maxing him. He's gonna give you the most value defensively. And if he starts to give you too much production on the offensive end and killing himself, you see what happened in the Portland series. He's gonna get beat up. You see what we did as the Pistons. We lost against them quite a bit, but this guy did not do anything against us. It was the team around him that did.
Yeah, because he opened the floor up.
Yes and no. I think that we put we put Asar on Wemby. We put those ball handlers, those really gritty ball handlers. We didn't put the big guys on Wemby because if he's in the paint, it's already too late. So I don't care who you put up on him. If he's already in the paint, it's already too late. So you're guarding him up at the paint or at the 3 point line. You're trying to force the ball out of his hands and then stop the ball from getting down to him. You're gonna leave Stephen Castle open. Let him shoot. You're gonna let Devin Vassell shoot. And if they win by them shooting, okay. But you're not gonna let Wemby just get the ball, drive it down the lane every time. I would love for Wemby to play point guard against me because then you tire him out. So I just think that Wemby is so unconventional that teams are going to be able in these long playoff runs to just figure out how to completely take him out of a game. And then the rest of the team, the others are going to be really important. But how do you keep a team together that long without paying everybody?
And I think that's what the Pistons are gonna have to see too soon. So
Yeah,
it's a good point.
exactly. But
We're gonna see that very soon.
are you paying Asar like you're paying Wemby?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I feel like we need to pay Asar whatever he wants because he is a Piston and he needs to stay a Piston. The guy is so freaking good, man. He deserves it. He and now that we saw that 3-point shot that we didn't even talk about today, that one that didn't count, if he can develop that and implement that in his game, MVP, not even defensive player of the year.
I mean, I love that he has that.
Nah,
I love that he.
nah, I was just
No,
being optimistic.
no, bro. I mean, I start saying the names Kawhi. I start saying the names because it's true. If he can actually, because bro, honestly, he's not bad around the rim. He's not bad like 8 to 12 feet out. It's really just when you get a little bit farther out. And then I think it's all up here. Um, I think he'll get better at it, bro. I don't see. I don't think you're crazy.
I just, he's really good, man. And he used to have a shot back in his day when he was not in the NBA. So it's there. He just has to wake it up.
150 minimum is good, but it's that's I'm saying supermax like he's not getting that. Like Wemby's getting everything.
No, not Supermax. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not gonna get a super. I could say, but he's definitely deserves a big contract. Is
Oh,
what I'm gonna say.
I'm giving Asar more than I give Durin. Sadly, like
I, I would 100. I get rid of Duran, to be honest with you, bro. I'm sorry.
oh,
I love Duran.
I wouldn't get rid of Durin, but I would trade him for really good assets.
I feel like his trade value is dead right now.
No, bro, you
Not
don't
dead, but
know.
you know what I mean. It's not where it was.
No,
It's not where it was.
I think as fans we really value the flash over the substance. We really do. I mean, you're looking at a series where Duran is taking on 2 7-footers and is out rebounding them.
But he's also getting out rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
Dennis Jenkins is making up for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But my whole point is that also he's 22 and
He's a kid.
he's leading the team at the center position. So you'd be surprised how many teams would love a Jalen Duran on their squad.
Look, I love Jalen Durham, bro. I want him on my squad. I want to keep him. I just need him to wake up, bro. The guy's giving me stress every day. I just
I'd make him $100 million man.
that is more reasonable than a $254 million contract that they want to give
Nah,
him.
nah.
Yeah, because 254 is crazy, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I'll give him 100 mil. I'll give Asar 125 to 150. Cade's got the super max. Then you're getting your woos. I mean, bro, after today, Dana's got all star potential, bro. Like
Nah, we'll see. We'll see. He needs time. He needs time.
He needs time, but you realize this is technically his rookie season.
It is. It
I
is.
don't know
You're
if
right.
people really know what they're watching when we watch Danis. And I know
It's,
that it's weird because we went from, oh, we're playing with house money. This guy came on a two-way. Look, he's scoring 20 and 10. Oh, great. He's carrying the team. Now it's serious. This guy's doing it in the playoffs. We waited the first series. Now he's doing it. Game 1, game 2, even better. Honestly, today he was a big reason why we won.
he was. He was. He's a big presence. I'm just looking, man. You know why? Because every single person I've talked to has messaged me or asked me or talked to me, "Where's your boy Jalen Duran?" And I tell him it's next game. Next game, he's popping off 30 and 10. I haven't seen it yet. I just need it. I need it. I think that will get me to stop talking the way I'm talking.
Nah, bro, just don't do any parlays. Don't get stupid with your money.
I never bet, man. We never promote betting. We
Don't-
never promote betting on this ever.
never do that because I don't think Duran's game is ever going to be the best when it's 30 and 10. I just don't. Especially in the playoffs.
It's
If
gonna be
we're
tough.
it would be tough. Listen, but what are you giving up for him to get 30? That's the question. Are you forcing it down his throat? What if the team, I mean, you play basketball, bro. If they triple team you, are you getting the ball? And it's stupid if we gave you the ball. So why am I gonna force Duran the ball, or when they're cutting off the pick and roll, they're putting two guys down there at all times. Why am I gonna do that? As a coach, as Cade, the point guard, why would I do that? Every time I throw it to you, it's gonna be a turnover. Now I got 9 turnovers a game because I'm trying to force you the ball.
You're right.
So why would me as a fan? I know you want to see Duran have a 30-10 game, bro. I want to see him get a 20 rebound game. That
Hey, I'll take that. Now I'll take that. Yeah, or that. Something, bro. Something.
give me some
Just give me
blocks,
a
bro.
reason to
That
look
gets
at
me.
people so I could defend you. I need to defend you. I could tell them all day, hey, he's a big presence in the paint. But majority, 95% of people look at stats. And unfortunately, if I tell them whatever I tell them and how big of a force really is, they don't care. The stats don't show it.
Watch when we play the Thunder. Watch when we play the Thunder this finals. Watch or when we play the Knicks because I don't think they're gonna be able to defend Duran the same way the Cavs are trying to, and even they're not doing it as well as Orlando Magic did. So they're just not going to be able to defend that same way. I was looking at the Magic today, and they play a really spread concept on offense, and then defensively, it's honestly a bunch of like handsiness, hands, switch, 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 switch. But if you've got Duran down low off pick and rolls with a point guard like Cade who can see over the defense, I mean, who's their tallest guy? Chet. Hartenstein honestly like is tough, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate that guy.
He's a great player though, man.
Yeah, he's the one guy that might give me some like might give Duran some fits, offensively or
Mhm.
on off the rebounds and stuff. But other than that, Jalen Williams isn't doing nothing. He can't handle him. You put up Chat can't handle him. So then it's really down to when Hartenstein's in the game. And if they stagger that and put Stu whenever Hartenstein's in the game, let him get rough with Hartenstein, and then put Duran whenever he's out of the game, I think you're gonna see a really nice series, bro. You're gonna see a really nice
I
series.
hope so. I hope
Mhm.
so.
Mhm. It's all about matchups, bro. Basketball is all about matchups.
It is. It is.
You know?
That's why we're seeing a lot more Iran right now.
And you're seeing Cade shoot less.
He needs to relax, bro. We need him to get some rest, bro.
And and honestly, I mean, he when they're putting Dean Wade on him and they're putting these guys on him, switching some bigger guys, longer guys, Evan Mobley. Why shoot it over them, bro? Just pass it to the open Danis in the corner or Tobias Harris, who's James Harden's. It's play smart basketball. Basketball is really easy when you play it smart. Um,
Especially when you play team basketball.
that's what the Pistons are about, bro. That's how we beat the Lakers in '04. When everyone said we were not even gonna win a game against them, we beat them in 5. Should have beat them in four, but we beat them in five. Like, how did we get to the Eastern Conference Finals 6 years in a row? Once we lost Chauncey, we got my boy AI. It didn't matter because the team basketball was gone. That smarts was gone. I love
Man,
AI.
speaking of that, I was the happiest kid ever. I didn't know I didn't know what we were getting ourselves into at that moment. Though it just sounded like it was the best thing that could have happened to us.
it
Boy,
was
was
it
I wrong.
was it was tough because I knew the financial situation, and I knew that like Chauncey was asking for more money, and I already seen it with Ben. I had already gotten my heart broken, so I was like, I know that we're gonna lose Chauncey. So if we get AI in his place, that's great. But I knew that losing Chauncey was gonna hurt us.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Ben left us for $5 extra million, man.
Bro, I'm just glad that he still recognizes himself as a Piston right now. But I don't want to talk about how he broke my heart, bro. I remember I was a middle. Listen, I was a middle schooler, and I was sitting there like, I don't want to do gym today, coach. I don't want to do it. I'm sad. He's like, why? I was like, Ben Wallace. He's like, yeah, I get it. Go run a mile. I was like, okay.
Troy, it really did, man. Once they did that, that's it, man. We kind of haven't seen anything happen up until this year. I mean, '08 is the last time we really did anything, and now we're in round two, up 2-0. So
you know, you know,
it feels good for the city.
you know what hurt me when Brandon Jennings tore his ACL, was it, or his Achilles or something?
That hurt. That
Because we
hurt.
were on like a 14-game win streak. Like, bro, we
Ooh,
were winning. I
that hurt.
We had a good team. Andre Drummond was still like 20
He
and
was Andre
20.
Drummond.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
bro. That hurt me because we had finally had something that clicked. And Brandon Jennings, low key, bro, he was bad. He was bad in a good way, you know. And so,
He was so good, bro. I remember that, man. I was in my head. I'd be like, bro, this is the guy that's like leading us. I was like, all right,
but that little
we'll take it.
weird lefty, you know. But like, bro, he was on a heater, man, and he'll get you 25 and 10, like easy. And so I was just like, bro, it's finally coming together. Then we went through those years drafting Brandon Knight, and those other, we know what happened
The fake
recently,
Brandon.
dude. Man, I wanted Kemba. I
I
wanted.
did. I did. And man, if we got him, I think everything would have been so different. So I'm happy we didn't get Kemba.
I mean, hey, it was crappy anyways. For honestly, um, but we're here now, bro. I even like the Reggie Jackson era. I just think that it wasn't Pistons basketball.
It was. It was like that. That was like we went into like an alter universe, but I was okay with it.
I mean, it let me watch Pistons games, and we were
It
like,
was
what?
it was better basketball than what we saw.
I think we were 500. Like, it wasn't bad. We made the playoffs. We would
Yeah,
lose, like, whatever. It was,
we got swept.
yeah. Same as the Blake Griffin era. I mean, Blake Griffin, definitely he was good for that 1 year. Oh my God. But he went out with a crash, bro. Still wasn't Pistons basketball. This is the iteration now. You know, Troy, I think this is the closest that my kids are gonna be able to see Pistons basketball again, like how I knew it as a kid.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Yep. But yeah, with that, man, I think we're about at the one hour and 30 mark. With great conversation. We need to continue this. Maybe we'll have a live tomorrow. Um, before the game, we'll talk some preview. I mean, I'm hoping Cade wins another 6 chips. That's what I'm
I'll
hoping.
be Troy. I'll be wins 20, bro. I want all 20 every year. I want nobody to get another championship while Cade is in the league.
When I say Shea and Wemby are not the face of the league, I mean that's why. It's because I see us winning the next 6, 7, 8. Forget what LeBron and Chris Bosh said. 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's build a real dynasty over here. Appreciate you, Troy.
Troy, we
Always.
appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being a part of it, man. With people like you, you guys make the show even better. So much love to you, man. Thank you.
We're gonna bring you up, bro. When you're ready, let us know. We're gonna bring you up.
Yeah,
All
we want
right.
to get you on live, man, with us. Chop it up with us.
For sure, for sure. And with that, we're gonna call it a night. Lights out from the 313. Remember, we tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, because the ball don't lie. Detroit versus everybody. And remember,
And the Pistons won
but
again.
again, hey, peace out.
Peace out.